just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, you gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure.
What's happening, good people? I hope that everybody's having an amazing start to their week. I got a special episode today that we're going to be talking about pricing. Yes, pricing is a subject that I constantly keep seeing pop up over and over again. If I'm not seeing it on the internet, then I'm getting asked a question about pricing. I think I made a video before as well that you can watch on my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'm going to make another video today touching on pricing because I truly believe that it is a pretty big aspect towards, your success there. And honestly, I've noticed a lot of small businesses. Now, of course, I'll say my community because that's what I'm always around, but a lot of small business owners that I've worked with, had the privilege of, seeing what they're doing. Honestly, the reason why they don't survive or the reason why they can't make it is because of pricing. They're underpricing themselves. And today, again, hopefully I can put some nuggets in your mind that's going to help you when it comes to pricing. And this is pricing for anything. It's not just government contracting. Now, government contracting pricing is a little bit different than, your private sector or your consumer pricing. So mainly we're going to be talking about consumer and business to business pricing, but understand if you can know what consumer pricing is and business to business pricing, then you can easily do government contracting pricing. So again, we got some nuggets in store for you today. Make sure that you're hitting that like button, that subscribe button. Share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners so they can get a better understanding of pricing and becoming a profitable business. And we can't continue to grow this channel without you guys. So I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for continuing to share this out. Don't forget too, whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, go ahead and put in the comments, I am a millionaire. Remember, it all starts with you. Every single thing starts with you. If you don't believe that you could do this thing, well, guess what? It's not going to happen. So when you put that I am a millionaire in there, it's for you to believe, not me. I'm already there. And then the last thing is make sure that you're putting in the comments where you're tuning in from. It's always a great time to network. You never know who could be watching or, listening, and can make some connections with you just by reading the comments. Has worked for me. So I'm telling you, it could all work for you guys there. But if you guys have any questions about anything that I go over today, feel free to put them down there in the chat, and I'll be sure to answer the questions to the best of my ability. Are you going to watch? I like this one. Are you going to watch the debate? No, I'm not watching that debate. And the reason why I'm not watching the debate, because President Trump said something that, it just dawned on me. Like, what is the purpose of watching the vice president debate when President Trump told us essentially the hell with anything that his VP candidate has to say? Like, he literally said whatever he says doesn't matter. So I don't even know what they're debating about if the person that you're running on a ticket with told us not to pay attention to anything that you got to say. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But that's why I'm not going to be watching the debate tonight. Instead, I'm going to be here educating you guys and get some work done. But anyways, let's get ready to get this party started here. All right. First things first, let me get to my screen here. We're going to be talking about the importance of a pricing strategy, guys. And this is extremely important. Once again, these are things that a lot of individuals forget about, I guess I could say. But again, I don't believe that you're going to make it. And when I say make it, I'm talking about having a business that's going to stay there for years to come, or it could potentially make you millions of dollars. I don't think that you can make millions of dollars if you don't have a pricing strategy. You may hear people talk about all of this money that they're making, but I just don't believe it because, if you ask me about a project right now today, say you had a help desk project right now today, and you said, Travis, could you do this? I would, ask a simple question. How many FTEs are needed? Full-time employees. You tell me how many full-time employees and, what tier they're at, level 1, 2, tier 1, 2, 3, subject matter expert, whatever that is. I can immediately tell you whether I can do this project or not based off the price that I need. And what I want everybody to remember, the main reason that your pricing strategy is important is because it's going to become your intellectual property. You being able to price out a project at the drop of a dime will be the key to your success, but that's what you don't share with people. You do not share your intellectual property out, giving people the strategy of your success. Instead, you got to let them figure it out. And nobody should have the same pricing as I'm going to be sharing with you guys here today. So let's dive into some of the important things when it comes to pricing strategy. One, it dictates your profit. If you do not have a correct pricing strategy in there, I'm not going to know when you're profitable. You're not going to know when you're profitable. You're not going to know the market, right? If you don't understand your profit margins, you're not going to know where you're at in the market. If you don't understand your profit margins, you're not going to understand the success of your business. And I believe that every business should have an exit plan. Well, you can't have an exit plan if you don't have a pricing strategy. Because, see, people can't just buy your business. Like, if I was to go buy your business, I need to understand, how did you develop the pricing, right? Because that's what I'm buying, that intellectual property right there. I need to understand if that can work for me. But if you don't have that strategy together and you're just freestyling, every day you wake up, you take on projects, or you say, I can do this, and You agree I'll do that later, and you don't have any idea of how you're about to charge them. Like, and when I say any idea, it's like, all right, well, I'm going to see what they got. Well, that's not a good pricing strategy. You know, I'm just going to put a couple dollars on it. That's just not a good pricing strategy. But again, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys to make sure that we fix that whole price strategy so we can be in profit. The other key factor and importance of having a pricing strategy is your perception. Your perception to the market, right? So if you come and enter the market and you're like the lowest ticket person, well, chances are you just, again, underpriced yourself and you're going to scare the hell out of everybody. Or you could come in too high, right? Like, and I've seen people say, well, I'm the luxury. Well, you ain't Rolls Royce. How you going to come in higher than Rolls Royce? I don't care who you are. Rolls Royce been around for a long time. You can't just jump over top of Rolls Royce because you went to a conference one day and they told you that you should be the highest priced person. Well, nobody knows who you are in the market. And if you're going to be at that high luxury price, everything else got to match. The car got to match, the watch, the shoes, the way that you talk, your swag. I mean, everything got to match up to those high ticket prices, especially people that look like me. I'm just going to keep it honest. You know, a Mark Zuckerberg or, you know, Elon or somebody, they could walk around wearing a t-shirt and still have crazy high prices. But young individual that looks like myself, you know, you're not going to walk around with a t-shirt and then try to charge me $100,000. So understand that pricing is your perception as well. The other thing that pricing will dictate, again, your pricing strategy is your performance. Guys, do you know how hard it is to perform and you ain't in profit? And I see this happen all the time. People take on work and then they can't complete the work. I don't want to say they can't complete the work. They just realize, like, damn, I ain't making no money off of this. I'm spending 13, 14 hours, 6, 7 days on this project. They keep asking me questions back and forth and like it's prolonging. I thought I could knock it out in an hour. An hour turned into 10 days. Well, I don't want to do this anymore. And see, it had nothing to do with anything outside of your price. Because you wouldn't have mind doing that 10-day project if you would have charged correctly and made yourself $50,000, $60,000. This is why it's important for us to understand our pricing strategies. And if you guys don't do this, once again, I'm telling you, you're not going to succeed in business. You may make a couple dollars here, but your business is probably going to be closed down within 3 years. This is the reason why they say a lot of businesses don't make it past 3 years. There's no pricing strategy. And usually if there's no pricing strategy, we ain't even got to get into the books and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got to get our money right. If you ain't got your pricing strategy down packed to get into profit, chances are that you don't have enough revenue to pay for books, to pay for the accountant, right? This is, again, why pricing matters. And again, we're going to be touching on some key things here to make sure that you guys don't fall down that trap. Now, how are you going to go about determining your value to the market? Now, once again, there's a difference between the 3 tiers of customers. You got your government, B2G, you got B2B, and you got B2C. B2G is a little different when I say how to determine your value. Well, we got to read the contract. You know, we got to read the RFP, and they'll tell us how to justify our value to them, because we can't go outside of the box to explain our value to the government. B2B and B2C is a completely different story. You know, B2C's value, B2C's value could be looking at your Instagram account, could be looking at your YouTube or your LinkedIn account, and they want to see, you know, do you have the professional picture in the background? Like, are things sized correctly? Do you have grammatical errors in your bio and things of that nature, right? That's what B2C is looking for. B2B, okay, when they're talking about value, the biggest thing here when we talk about that value, B2B, is how you going to help me make more money? I mean, other than that, I mean, B2B don't want to hear anything else that you got to talk about. So let's touch on that here. Now, when we're talking about determining your value, the key aspect to this is to know what you're offering. And again, if you're one of those jack of all trades, you just trying stuff out and you chasing money, well, chances are you don't know what you're offering. That's why you don't understand your pricing. You know, this is why you can't win anything. And if you do win something, it, like my man Hans would say, got you on Stressham Street, right? Because you don't know what you're selling. You don't know how to package it up right. You don't understand the products that you got access to. You don't understand the service level that you're going to be providing to that customer. You don't understand the experience and the skill sets that it takes to quantify why you're about to charge this large amount of money. See, when you don't know the industry, well, you can't speak with confidence. And this is going to be a huge problem. So I'm telling you to stick into your lane, and it will help you construct your offer correctly. And I want you guys to remember the word that I told you, construct your offer. As we get to talking here a little bit later, you're going to understand that we have to create the proper offers, and it will change the whole game. The next thing that you need to do, okay, to help you determine your value out here, I guess I need to lower this, is what is the market's demand for your product or service? Now, let me give you an example, right? So if I was with a group of 100 people and we're sitting at Yosemite's mountain and all the bears out there and they're about to attack us, and nobody bought a cell phone with them, and I was the only one, I'm driving through, I'm the only one with a cell phone on that mountain, and their life is in danger. They say, hey, can I buy the cell phone off you? Now, again, I'm giving an extreme example here, but you guys will get it. Can I buy that cell phone off you? Now, in the Apple store, the cell phone costs $2,500. I'm just throwing the numbers out there. I don't know the correct price. But since we on this mountain and them bears looking at all y'all in y'all face ready to take your life away, well, the value of my iPhone is no longer $2,500. I can sell it to you for $5,000. If you ain't got the whole $5,000 right now, you could cash at me $2,500 and I'll send you the bill for the other $2,500 later. But what I'm trying to tell you is the market just justified that the price ain't the same. Yesterday's price was $2,500 when you was not on the mountain looking at bears in the face. But since you are on the mountain looking at bears in the face today and there's no phones in sight, I mean, you got to drive hours if you're on Yosemite to find some service, cell phone store or something. So since you can't access that, I get to raise the value. This happens all the time. It happened during the pandemic. It's happening right now today. They talk about the shortage of housing, so housing pricing gets to go up. They talk about cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin was supposed to be getting lowered, so the value goes up, right? So understand that the market can change the price. It doesn't matter, product or service. If I'm a person driving trucks and I drive confidential material on my truck, like I got the license to do all of that stuff. And, we're at times right now that we are going to probably end up going to WAR, right? So since I'm certified to drive this stuff and there's not a lot of people available to drive it, well, I don't have to charge you normal prices when you're in a rush to get those weapons and materials to the boat so it can get overseas. Well, things have changed now. I didn't put you in a rush. You put yourself in a rush. So since you are in a rush, usually I would deliver that stuff for you for $15,000. But since we're in a disaster, FEMA, war, whatever it is, since we're in that situation, $15,000 just changed to $35,000. Do you want to pay it or not? Always let the market justify what's about to go on when it comes to their prices. So that means you got to pay attention. Once again, if you don't stay in your industry, you don't know what to pay attention to. And honestly, I can't help that. Another one, because I know a lot of people are always so nervous. Travis, I'm not sure if this is the right pricing for my audience. Well, do a tiered pricing system. And again, guys, I'm not telling you to do anything that the big boys aren't doing already. There is a tiered pricing system that you can go about and say, okay, well, for my low ticket customers, we got a low price, we got a medium price, and we got a high price. You could do bronze, gold, diamond. Whatever you want to call it. That's the beauty about this thing right here. And also the other one outside of the tier system price that I didn't put up here, you could be thinking about, subscriptions. That's what I was thinking about there. Matter of fact, I think I may be getting into the pricing models next. All right, don't forget, guys, if you have any questions, put them down there in the chat. I will get to them. Also, don't forget, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. Share this video feed out with 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners so they can understand how to do pricing and become successful as well. If you're on Instagram and you want to see the bigger view, I got stuff popping up on the screen and all of that. Well, if you click the link in my Instagram bio, then click on YouTube, you'll actually be able to come over to my YouTube channel and you can see the bigger picture here. And don't forget, when you come over here, go ahead and smash through that like button. If you guys want to stay up to date with the thoughts that's going on in my head and whatnot, well, guess what? Follow me over there on Instagram. I put it all in my stories. You guys can have a good time and learn a little bit more about who I am. Official Travis Davis on Instagram. You can go check me out. Now, let's get back to it. Pricing models. What are the strategies when it comes around pricing models? All right. This, again, is going to be one of the key ones. Now, this first one that I'm going to start with is absolutely not my favorite one, but this is what they teach all of us. It's the hourly rate. The hourly rate is where most people feel comfortable at. Now, the reason why most people feel comfortable at the hourly rate, because that's what the school system told us. You're supposed to go to school, or now they're saying get these certifications, but the more you go to school, supposedly, or the more certifications you get with experience, that's how you increase the capacity of the money that you can make. But what I don't like about that is it takes like 4 or 5 years to make $2 extra. Do you guys know one of my tricks to getting employees to quit your job and come work for me? This is one of my key tricks. All I got to do is offer them $10,000 more. Now, this is for the everyday worker. This isn't for my subject matter experts or my elders that have, 20, 30 years of experience. I can't incentivize them with $10,000. I got to have all these benefits and things of that nature. But, your everyday worker that graduated 4 or 5 years ago and has been in the workforce or something of that nature, I can get them to leave their current job and come work for me if I give them an extra $10,000. Now, that may sound like a lot of money, but the reason why it's not is because there's $10,000 on an hourly rate. You got to work to get the $10,000. I gave you $10,000 over 40 hours a week, 52 weeks in a year. That's how you got your $10,000. 365 days later. I didn't give it all to you at once. This is what happens with the hourly rate. This is why I'm talking to my business owners and entrepreneurs. If you ain't jumped over into this lane yet, you got to jump over here. Now, don't you leave the hourly rate. I'm not talking about it to knock it, because we're going to be paying people per hour. So I don't want to act like, getting the hourly job is the bad thing to do. We need the workforce. But what I am talking to is the individuals that don't want to do the work. Like, if you understand that you have more value than in your 2 hands, I'm talking to you. Somebody got to create the jobs. So we can't create the job if our mind is still stuck on getting paid per hour. I had to start you there because most entrepreneurs and business owners, when they get started, usually they're going to be thinking about themselves, right? They're thinking like, I can do that job. Now, I'll tell you guys one of the kickers. If you have that mindset, it's okay. We'll get you out of it. But I want you to start to track how long it took you to do whatever task. So if you're charging somebody $30, $40 an hour, or you may thought that you just hit a lick and charge somebody $100 an hour, I want you to track your time. Every time your mind thinks about that project that you just charged $100 an hour for, I need you to hit a timer. And the minute you stop, I need you to hit the timer again, because we got to start tracking how much time are you really putting in towards that. All right. So that's that hourly rate right there. We got to know it, though. We do need to know the hourly rate, because remember, we're going to be hiring hourly people. So we need to know about that whole thing. But as the business owner and entrepreneur, we will never. Matter of fact, I need you to put this in a chat to make sure it drilled through your head. Never charge per hour. I need somebody to put that in the chat. Never charge per hour. If you are the business owner, entrepreneur that's looking to, excel, hoping that business that you create removes you from the current hourly rate job that you got, right? You gotta be thinking this way, or you're going to be stuck. I'm trying to tell you right now, all you're going to do is create a business that is a little bit higher paying job than what you currently got. All right. So once again, never charge per hour. I need you to keep that and drill that in your mind. The next thing that we're going to think about, people always say this here, well, we got a flat rate. I can do that job for you for $500. That's our flat rate. That's cool. I like that. I would rather choose flat rate over hourly rate, but I don't like flat rate either. All right. Flat rate, again, you'll get to the next level. After your mind gets off of the per hour rate, you're going to start thinking about flat rates. This is just, this is my price. Like it or leave it. It really don't matter the project that's going on. I'm staying in my lane and I get it. Like, hey, I'm always going to charge $1,500 for this project, which again, I'm not mad at that. I would rather that over the hourly, but that's not the best one. All right. The next one that we got is value-based. Guys, this is the one that I need you to pay attention to. If you are with me so far, I need you to type value-based in the chat. Once again, I need you to type value-based in the chat. This is where I want you to be. Value-based charging is the game changer. And if you want to be a 6, 7, 8, 9-figure business, you better learn value-based charging very, very quickly, or else you will not last in this game. And there's a book. You can go to travisknows.com. Once again, that's travisknows.com. You can join our community while you're over there, but you can actually go to my reading list. And there's a book that taught me this game to a whole nother level. It's called Let's Get Real or Let's Not Play. It took my value-based charging to a whole nother stratosphere. I don't play around no more. The minute I learned value-based, that's when I became a millionaire. And this is what I need you guys to focus on. Why value-based over everything else? Well, here's the kicker with value-based charging. I don't have a price. See, we talk about flat rate. Okay, well, you already know what the price is. We talk about hourly rate. Well, okay, we know how much we're going to charge per hour, and I can't charge no more than that, right? The hourly rate, if you give me your job title and you give me your zip code, I know what the max is per hour, and I know what the minimum is per hour for that. Flat rate, again, we're stuck right there, but value-based, there's no set price. When we start talking value-based charging, one thing we never talk to the client about is price. See? Instead, when you read that book, Let's Get Real or Let's Not Play, here's what it's going to teach you. It's going to teach you to shut the hell up. See, you guys can't charge value-based pricing because you talk too damn much. And what I mean by that is you over here giving me all of your capabilities of what you can do. You giving me all of the accolades that somebody gave you a certificate for, and you went on a news broadcast with some fools that you done paid their group stuff, and you over here spitting all these features out at me all the time. All you doing is talking about you. I'm the one paying your ass. Why you keep talking about you when I'm trying to give you the money? Instead, value-based pricing is to get the focus off of you and get the focus back onto the customer. And you need to learn how to ask the customer questions. And what's going to happen if you do this correctly? Now, again, this isn't an easy task, guys. I'm not trying to act like, you could just wake up overnight and do this value-based talking. No, you got to practice this, right? And I wish y'all followed me on Instagram. I put this stuff in my stories, right? In fact, this weekend I posted, 10 years ago, the struggle that I had to go through because I didn't know value-based pricing. And I didn't know it because I was too scared to try it out. Nobody in my community talked value-based. They talk per hour, and if anything, they talk flat rate. But value-based, it encourages me to ask the customer questions so they can tell me their problem, and then they can explain my value to them. We don't talk pricing ever. Instead, you got to do tricks like this, right? So if a customer brought me in, and this is why I consult, I love government contracting and all that, but I love consulting 10 times more than anything else because of this value-based pricing. So I can go to the customer and go, okay, well, you would like to help me you would like me to help you put together your processes and procedures for your business and put the tech behind it. And they go, yeah, Travis, that's exactly what we called you in for. And I'll go, okay, well, could you tell me, what are your 3 biggest problems that you have? They'll go ahead and spit out the problems that they have. I go, okay, well, look, we've been able to work with over 50 clients with the same issues that you had that did the exact same stuff that they told me. I'm going to spit it right back up, word for word. We've already done that before. But here's the thing. Based off each client that we had, everybody was a little different. So could you tell me if we were able to solve those 3 problems that they just said, would you say that would, and again, it's key to listen to their problems. Did they talk about a financial problem, right? Did they want to make more money? Are they talking about time, relationships? They don't have time with their children. They don't have time to spend with their wife. Are those the things that they're saying? Because if those are the things that they're saying, I need to regurgitate it. So instead of me saying pricing, I'm going to say, hey, if we were able to solve those 3 problems, what would you say that would bring you in an extra $500,000 for your business? Well, I put the ball in their corner. We don't talk pricing. They're about to tell me how valuable I am to them. They got 3 options. They could say, Travis, 500,000, you hit it on the money. That's exactly how much you about to make us. Well, I know how much I'm about to charge your ass. You think I'm about to charge you that flat rate of $1,500 and you just told me my skill sets and services or products is going to help you make $500,000 and I'm only charging you $1,500? This is where value-based charging changes the ballgame. So I could say, well, Tim, look, man, I know that you make tons of money already, so money isn't the thing. But would you say if we solve those 3 problems right now, what do you say you would probably be able to attend about 3 or 4 of your kids' after school activities per week? Oh, Travis, 3 or 4, I'll get to attend every one of them 7 days a week if you fix that problem. Whoa. Well, I got my pricing. If you're telling me the value is to get you free 7 days a week so you can go enjoy your family, well, I know I'm about to charge you a nice penny. Now, I told you it's always 3 answers, so let's get back to the money one. If they say 500,000 is the kicker, great. I know the ballpark I can charge in. If they go, Travis, 500,000, you're going to make us $1 million. Well, hell, even better. I was thinking I was going to charge you $20,000, but now that you say I'm going to make you $1 million, I may get up to $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. Or they say, Travis, $500,000. Are you crazy? We're not going to make anywhere near $500,000. I go, okay, well, what do you think the ballpark range would be? It won't be 500,000. It'll only be 125,000. All right, well, I'm going to charge you 10,000. Right? Like, I allow the customer to determine the value that I am to them. Now, again, this doesn't always work with the government like this. This does work with the government, though, if you get in front of the opportunity. If you don't wait for the opportunity to hit the streets, you can go pitch your value to the government and justify your pricing, and you ain't even got to go up against no competition. They could pay you out right now. So you need to understand the rules of how can I get directly awarded money and what is the threshold, right? Like if I got my 8A and anything over $4 million, well, it got to go out to get competed against. But if I stay at 3.99999, if I can come in at that and deliver the value to the customer that they expect, well, they could cut me the check. Well, they won't cut the check right there, but they could award me the contract, the opportunity directly. That's understanding the game of the government. But I told you value-based pricing will change the game for everybody. If you understand what I just told you about right there, and I'm going to pause right there on value-based, I need you to drop a fire emoji down there in the chat, because value-based pricing is the key to you becoming a millionaire. Now, after we get out of value-based pricing, and I see you guys drop that fire emoji down there because I need to make sure that you get this stuck in your mind, value-based pricing. The next thing that I want you guys to pay attention to, and we're going to add this on top of our value-based pricing. The next thing that I want you guys to pay attention to is subscription pricing. Now, I've told you guys before, I'm not telling you guys to do anything special. I'm telling you to follow what the rich people do, because if the rich people are investing their infrastructure and processing things like that, why the hell aren't you? You said you want to be rich. So tell me what big rich company don't have subscriptions into their model right now. The whole NFL has gotten rid of linear cable, and now they're on Netflix. They're on Amazon. Even the linear cable channel that they are on, NBC, they got an app for that you could pay the subscription on. Tesla, most people think Tesla's making a lot of money off the damn car. No, it's the subscription that you got to pay inside of the car to get premium connectivity if you want to listen to the music. If you want to pay self-driving, you got to pay a subscription for that. Your car insurance, it's a subscription. Your life insurance, it's a subscription. All of these things are subscriptions. So why don't you have something that is a subscription based in your infrastructure right now to you becoming rich? I didn't tell you to get rid of the value-based pricing. We're always going to have the value-based pricing. The value-based pricing, I could charge somebody $100,000 right now based off value-based pricing. That is going to be the big ticket that we focus on, but we got to have some subscriptions in the background. We got to be able to have something that we can say, hey, this is going to give us $10,000 a month in reoccurring revenue. When you have that in place, do you know that enables you to go out in the street and practice the value-based investing? It's just that simple. The next one that I love is a retainer. This is what I do with consulting. Retainer with a percentage. All right, well, you don't want to pay me about $100,000 up front right now. This is what we could do. You can pay me $5,000 a month for the next 3 months. And whatever I bring in for you, because you're still going to pay me some money. I don't ever want you to think that I'm about to work for free. So you pay me a retainer. That's $5,000 a month. And based off what I bring in and we win, I want 2.5% of the profit of the first year. That may be something that I throw in there. I'm bringing the contracts, or it could be customers, whatever it is. That's the beauty about business. You can freestyle this how you need it to make sense to you. But what makes sense is I need some money coming to me right now. So I'm going to get that retainer and I'm going to charge them a percentage. What I do for my consulting firm, okay? We get clients to come in. If they would like us to do their business development, we're going to be charging $50,000. We'll break that down into months that work for them, whether it's 6 months or a whole year. A whole year is going to be a little more than 50,000, but 6 months, $50,000. You break that down and how much you're going to pay me per month. What I then say is, hey, we want a 2.5% award fee. So any work that I bring them and they're able to win, I want 2.5% of the base option year of the opportunity, because we only bring people contracts, right? So if they get a 5-year contract for $5 million, that first year, they're probably going to be charging the customer like $960,000 or something of that nature, right? For the first year. And then it'll go up every year. Well, what I'm telling them is I want 2.5% of that $960,000. You need to give that to me right now. You can make up all the rest of your money over the course of 4 or 5 years of the contract, but I want my stuff right now. And then I got another term in there that says, hey, every time we bring you over $2.5 million, you have to increase my retainer 2.5%. So that tells me, my whole team, don't you go get this damn company nothing that's under $2 million, right? There's no point. Why would I keep winning them $500,000 when I don't make no extra money? So every contract that we look for these clients is $4 million, because I immediately get my percentage raised at that one contract to $4 million. My 2.5% immediately goes to 5%. And, we hitting the dollars right now. These are things that you could do on retainer. All right. All right, guys, don't forget, make sure you're hitting that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure you share live feed out with 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners that need to worry about pricing. If you got questions, I will get to them. Put them in the comment. I'll get back to them here near the end. If you guys want to stay up to date with things that I got going on and how my mind works and things of that nature, I highly encourage you guys, follow me over here on Instagram, Official Travis Davis, and I try to keep you guys updated in my stories on the way that life is working. If you guys are picking up anything from today, I want you to type value-based in the chat, because that's all I'm really, talking about right now. I want you guys to truly understand that value-based, and I need to make sure it's drilled into your mind. Now, in order to make all this stuff work, guys, I know I just told you guys a lot, but you have to be willing to do your market research. If you're not willing to do your market research, you're not going to understand how to charge it anything. And again, you're going to crash and burn. I hate to say it. You're going to be a statistic that they talk about of the businesses that don't make it past 3 years. The reason that I've been in business for over 11 years is because I focused on value-based pricing. It changed my whole world. Again, when you get good at this, it's not just going to open up the door to make more money on the internet and things of that nature, but it's going to change your government contracting strategy as well. It's going to just change the complete way of you doing business. And now you will understand how you can make $1 million in the next 30 days. You'll understand how you can become a multi-millionaire in the next year. It's all to do with value-based pricing. You cannot become a multi-millionaire playing around with per hour rates. If you're not focusing on this value base, things will not work out for you. All right. Now, I know there's an anomaly. People got subscriptions and things. They done sold the ebook and made a lot of money, but that ain't you. You ain't the anomaly. You a regular Joe Smo just like me, and we got to do things strategically to change our lives. When we do our market research, we want to pay attention to what is the competitor pricing. Because one thing I'm never, ever going to do is go below my competitor. I don't have time to play those games. So I'm looking for who's the lowest competitor in the market and who's the highest competitor in the market. Because one thing I know for sure I'm not going to do is be the lowest, and I may not be the highest. But is there a sweet spot that I can come in there? And the reason why I held on that may not be the highest, because I told you I do value-based pricing. So I don't want to say that I'm not going to be the highest. I may find the right client that don't understand the industry, and based off their problems and me solving it, I told you it could be $1 million. So I ain't about to say, well, my competition only charged $15,000 was the highest. Well, no, my competition was the sucker that never found this customer that said that the problems that we know how to solve in our market, they're willing to pay $100,000 for it. My competition was too lazy to get their ass off the couch to find that customer. I'm not about to go any lower. That's why I want value-based pricing. You must pay attention to the competition. Again, if you come in at the lowest, you're probably going to scare everybody away unless you're talking to the government. You may scare them away too if you're too low. If you come in at the highest and, you ain't got the Tesla with the doors swinging up. You ain't driving a BMW. You ain't got the right belt buckle. I'm telling you, this type of stuff plays a factor. You ain't got the right watch around your wrist. You ain't got the chain around your neck. We're in a time that we share our life about everything. So, I go on your Instagram account and you ain't on private planes. I'm trying to understand why you charging private plane prices. So you got to understand your competition. All right. The next thing that we want to pay attention to here, guess I need to pull this down, is guys, ask the market. This may be the easiest tactic and nobody uses it. Like, you can use this right now. I'm about to give you guys a strategy right now that you can ask your market. And your market could be your Instagram followers. I love doing this to my Instagram audience, to my private community. They'll tell me all the answers. What do I mean by this? If you're struggling with a price right now, like, if you're struggling at this moment with pricing, you came up with a new course or you're starting your service-based project, you writing resumes for people, or, you're helping them with videography, things of that nature. I don't care what it is. This is the beauty about sales. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. All this shit works the same way. So I could go to my audience right now and do a survey. And this is what I would say. Hey guys, and I'm basing it off my market research that I found, right? I found the problems that the market was talking about, that the customers was talking about, and I got strategies on how to find this stuff. Matter of fact, if you join my middleman's club, I actually teach you guys the strategies of how to find all this stuff. But anyways, I would just simply ask my audience something simple like this. Hey guys, if I was to create a package, remember I told you we sell offers, right? So if I was to create a package that gave you resume services, it found you $1 million worth of government contracts, it ran your social media for you on automation, it delivered all of your emails, and we created the AI that could solve any of your problems when it comes to copy or strategy. What would you say if I charged you, I don't know, $5,000 for that? Well, look, again, it goes back to my whole pricing technique that I said earlier. I threw that out there to my audience so they can help me. The audience is going to say a few things. They're going to say $5,000, Travis, you hit it on the money. Matter of fact, you should probably charge even more for everything that you're doing, but $5,000 is still great. They may say $5,000, Travis. That's way too much money. Like I know 4 other companies that I could get it for $2,800, and you charging $5,000. Like, that's just too out of control. Maybe the most that you charge is $3,000. Great, I appreciate you. Or they say, Travis, you should just throw the whole shit away. Like, you ain't got it right. Great, I'm going to scrap that whole idea. But what I found out was with the actual live market, I don't have to really research that. I asked the audience, which if you are curating your audience correctly, your followers correctly, and you ain't over there dancing on TikTok videos just so you can have 50,000 people following, and you ain't got no buy-in audience of your niche. If you're actually building an audience like my audience, I only talk business on my shit, so I don't know what else that they're here for. So I know that I have a business audience, right, of entrepreneurs. So when I ask the question, well, that is my market. They can justify the pricing with a quick survey. And here's the other beauty when you ask the market and you do a survey. All the people that respond, well, there's your first set of potential customers. As soon as you put it all a package together and you make the website or whatnot, you go right back to them same people and say, hey, I got what you said that you would pay for, create it. I mean, they just told you that they would pay for it. But again, if you keep talking to your family and friends, the people around you, they'll lie to you all the time. This is why you got to do some work. Next thing that you want to pay attention to, guys, when you do your market research, this is your position in the market. What position are you going to play? You going to play the low ticket position or you going to play the high ticket position? Or you going to be right in the middle? But you can't be all three. Because I'm telling you right now, if you try to be all three and then you walk around, flexing your money and cars and all of that, the low ticket people going to say, you taking all of our money and spending it on your personal life. Well, that's what the hell you're supposed to do with your profits. I don't know where people talk about, like, what else you supposed to do with your profit? High ticket people get it. They understand, hey, I paid you quite a bit of money. You're going to get profit margins out of that. But the reason I paid you a lot of money is because you helped make me a lot of money. So you got to know which one you're ready for, low, medium, or high ticket. But your pricing will automatically put you in the position. You ain't even got to guess what position that you're going to be in. Just pay attention to how much you're charging. Now, guys, the last thing that you need to pay attention to here is you need to be able to communicate your value. This is one of the key aspects of all of this stuff. If you don't know how to communicate how valuable you are to somebody, well, why the hell should I pay you a value that you don't know how to talk about? So how do we do this, guys? Well, first, you got to be able to speak with confidence. Like, if you come in front of me and you want to charge $50,000, but you start stuttering, well, I'm not paying you $50,000. But if you come sit down in front of me and I say, yo, look, I'm charging $50,000 and that it is what it is, with confidence, no stuttering, no ums. And I cannot stand when people do ums. I'm just letting you guys know that right now, especially when we start talking about business. If we start talking about real business and you sit in the room like, I think it'll be, what the hell you mean you think? What you mean, is this your price or is it not? And again, the reason why you can't talk your price in confidence because you don't know how to do the value-based pricing. Instead, you over there per hour, you thinking about how many hours it's going to take for you and all this. When if you did value-based pricing correctly, you already had the customer tell you the price. So when you go to speak the price, you can speak it in confidence because, see, you may think that you charging $50,000 is going to cripple somebody, when all you have to do is talk to that customer and they would have told you $50,000 is a drop in the bucket because you're going to make $500,000, right? But since you don't know how to do value-based pricing, you don't know how to talk, you can't get that higher ticket pricing. So now when you start to talk $50,000, you don't even know if you charging $50,000 is way out of the customer's value of you. That's why and all that. Put your head down when you say the prices. Guys, when I talk pricing to people, I look them straight in their damn eyes. The price is the price. I mean, what do you want to do? You want to go with somebody else? Go with them. I don't care. See, the beauty about my pricing, when I can get a customer, this is going to keep my doors open. I didn't get a customer for this one-time opportunity for me to make $5,000 real quick. No, this is a customer that is going to pay my bills and my expenses. That's the reason why I had to charge your ass that price, because I needed to keep my doors open. I needed to make sure I had an accountant, a lawyer. I needed to make sure that I had a business development team. I needed to make sure I could pay the electricity, the water, the insurance. I needed to make sure I could gas up my car or charge it. I needed to make sure I could go on trips. I needed to make sure I could do business development for myself, that I can keep educating myself. Well, I had to charge the customer for all of that. So when I pay attention to that value, one, I already know the cost, my expenses, no matter what. I don't care what value the customer says. If it ain't X amount, I can't take the deal. So if I talk with the customer and they tell me my value is only $5,000, well, we both gonna get up. Well, hell, I should just stop talking to you because I ain't got nothing for $5,000. But if you don't know how to talk value-based pricing, you'll never get to there. I told you got to be able to show value and not price. You got to practice the skill set of when people talk pricing, you switch it back to value. If someone ever asks you, what is your price? You have to ask them, what is their problem? You never, ever, ever say the price. Unless you got some subscription shit or you selling a product or something of that nature. I'm really talking about the service-based side of the house when I do this. You can do this with products too if you package the offer correctly. See, most people try to sell one product, but what if you had like a basket that had 4 or 5 products in it? It had a warranty. You put a course that you created attached to it. You enable people to join a community that you go live with them 1 hour each and every week. I raise the value of the basket. The basket, if you take every product, okay, well, that's the total price of all the products, but I'd added more value onto it because I'm not selling the product. I'm selling the offer. The offer is all this shit to put together. All of it put together, it solves all of your problems instead of focusing on the one product and the one problem. Because anytime you solve a problem, you just create another problem. So if I was to give you lotion for your ashiness, right? You buy the lotion, you don't have any more ashiness. Well, I just created another problem. Your skin is glowing and you got bad clothes. You're starting to realize that now. So I should be able to sell you clothes. Well, what if I would have put it all in a basket? That you would have had better clothes, you would have had better lotion, better oil for your skin. I got some Bath and Body Works in there too, because you know you're gonna get ashy again when the water touch you. I put it all in an offer, and now I ain't got to charge that low ticket price. That's how you show value and not price. And the last thing is you got to learn how to be a top tier negotiator. Whenever I negotiate, if somebody says, Travis, man, your price is just a little too high. Well, we ain't about to come down on the damn price. Like I told you, that is my price. So here's what else I can do for you. What I can do is I can throw in there, 2 hours for the next 3 months that you get to meet with me each and every week. I'll throw that on top and give it to you for free. It's called the bonus. Here's what else I can throw in there for you. We'll give you lunch. We'll take you out to dinner. I don't know. What are you going to throw on top of there to negotiate the deal? But what we ain't doing is coming down on the price. That ain't part of the negotiation. So what extra value can I put on top of this to meet the price that I told you? Because that's got to be my price. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But again, guys, if you don't get out in the streets and practice this, it'll never make sense. You can't be scared of what I'm telling you guys right now. And if you're not scared of what I'm telling you guys right now, I need you to type in there, I'm not scared. Now, I'm about to get to your questions here. That's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you type I'm not scared in that chat if you're going to be doing some value-based selling moving forward. Now, y'all told me I had you type in there value-based. You told me that you understood what I was talking about. So I expect all of you guys to start doing value-based pricing moving forward. And if you got the right system like SB Money Flow, ooh. Guys, I can do my value-based pricing in the palm of my hand. As I hear the customer talking, I can make the invoice right here on my phone inside of my SB Money Flow and send it to them like I had the invoice already, ready, a professional team or whatnot. I was just sitting at the table listening to them creating the whole invoice right there. So when they agreed that was the price, I could send it right now. And here's how I will play the game. I go, hey, look, let me call my assistant real quick so we can get that invoice sent over to you. I get on the phone. I'm not really calling anybody. Hit my volume button down to act like they can't hear me. I go, hey, Tiffany, I need you to go ahead and create the invoice, put this on there, that on there, and send it over to Mr. Charles. You're going to go, okay. And I'm like, well, let's talk real quick here for the next 2 minutes. And, the next 2 minutes is just me bullshitting on my phone. And then I go ahead and I send over the invoice. And now I look like a firm, a multi-million-dollar firm. This is what AI and systems are starting to do for us. Instagram, you guys are about to get cut off. If you guys want to stay on, you got to click the link in my bio. Come over to YouTube, but I'm letting you know you're about to get cut off on Instagram. Come join us over here on YouTube. Click the link in my bio, click on the YouTube logo, and it'll bring you over here to YouTube. All right, guys, let me get to these questions here. I've seen a couple questions that popped in here. Once again, I appreciate you guys for joining me. We are here live Monday through Thursday. Mondays we're at 7 p.m. My guy Courtney is teaching you guys how to use SB Money Flow. On Tuesdays, we are here on the Dollars to Cents podcast talking about the mindset in business at 8:30 p.m. Wednesdays at 8:30, we're talking strictly government contracting. And on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m., we talk about the systems and tools that can help us grow in take our business to the next level. So once again, hit that subscribe button on YouTube so you can get alerted when we do open this bad boy up. All right, let me get here to the questions. I've seen a couple pop in. Hopefully everybody is still here because I seen some come in a little bit earlier. How do you find low competition markets, or do you not care about that when sourcing products to sell to the government? Yeah, I don't really care about if you're talking about products for the government. Well, I don't. You say low competition. All right, so you reading the rules to the government is going to lower your competition. What do I mean by that? If you will do your market research first and you will see that an agency or your local government loves spending money with veteran-owned companies, well, you could become a veteran-owned company and eliminate the rest of the competition. Or maybe you see that the government does not do a good job of spending money with hub zone companies. Maybe you go start the company in the hub zone, and now it's like, okay, well, this customer struggles spending money with hub zone. Let me become their hub zone and sell them whatever the hell they want. My strategy is saying, hey, you guys ain't been meeting your quota in hub zone. So here goes some products and services that you usually would acquire. I'm telling you, we can do it. That would be my low competition, or a way to, find those type of contracts. I wouldn't like look for the product and say, hey, this product is low competition. Right? I would focus on the strategy of having no competition. And I would let that justify the product or service that I'm going to offer. Also, do you see port strikes impacting anything? Absolutely not. The price tag just going to go up. You know what I'm saying? But the government's still going to spend that money. That's what I mean by that. Of course, there's going to be things that happen, maybe you did order products for the government. It could be stuck at the port, right? But ain't nothing you can do about that. You just got to relay the message to your customer. And hey, it's out of your control. They get it. They understand the market. So to me, no, nothing's going to change. Keep doing business. You let the port people worry about whatever they talking about in the port. And of course, they're going to put it on the news to try to scare everybody. Ain't too much going to change. How you find low competition markets. Did I already do that? Yeah, I already did that. My bad. All right. It was the same question. Sector changes things. Never charge per hour. I love it. I told y'all once, I'm telling you again, never charge per hour. Come on now. Also, do you see the port strikes impacting anything? Y'all must love them ports. Hey, man, this media got y'all worrying about that. Look, don't worry about them damn ports, man. What? Look, if the port ain't impacted, like if you were doing business right now, okay, before this whole port thing, if you were doing business and you never, ever, ever thought about a port, mentioned the port or nothing, I don't want you to mention it now just because it's on TV. Because that's going to distract you. You're going to be watching the news and worrying about strikes and all of that. They're not calling you to ask you to figure out how to end the strike. They're not calling you for a damn thing. So don't give it no attention. If for some reason it impacts you with some price, just charge more money. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's nothing that's going to happen at that port that's going to change your life. So just don't pay attention to it unless that's your industry. Then it's a whole different ballgame. All right. Most people, the port ain't their industry. Hey, my guy Hamza Global over there. Shout outs to Global, man. Hey, I gotta get with you this week too. Instagram shut down, but we got something coming up for you guys here real soon. So I would highly advise you guys. Let me come over here and switch screens so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Y'all see that Canva work right there? I'm a whole graphics person and I don't know nothing about graphics. Let me pull up this for you guys. I'm going to put the link here in the chat. Or matter of fact, Courtneys.com. But you guys can come right here to Travis Knows. All right. Once you get over here to TravisKnows.com, remember I told you guys you can get that reading list. It's right down here at the bottom. When you click on it, it'll show you that my entire reading list that I got educated on. If you guys want to do some podcasts, want to go live and things of that nature, I got all the equipment right here that you'll need. If you want credit cards, well, I like Amex. That's what I talk about. You can get the Amex card right here. You need your books put in order. We got a special with QuickBooks right here. I forget, you get like 30% off for 6 months or something like that. If you need money, I'm going to stress this one. If you need money, hopefully, I believe you need like over a 680 credit score. But this company, Ladder Financial Group, they've done an amazing job helping me and many other small businesses that I work with. But it's their company. I like them because they put you in the position that you need to get money. So whether it's credit cards, a loan, whatever is best for you, they're going to make sure that they sit with you and work with you to get you the funding that you need. If you need a consultation call with me, by all means, you can click right there. I told you join our community. It's completely for free right here. If you would like to utilize my system, SB Money Flow, you can actually access that right here. It will come with GovCon Cheat Codes University, which is the entire back office of education, Pure Money AI, and so many other features. And we're about to upgrade it soon. And I'm telling you, once the upgrade is complete, the price tag got to go up again. So anybody that's in, you'll be grandfathered in and you won't have to worry about price changes. And last but not least, if you want any of my social media channels, they're right up here. But if you want to join something special, it's my Middleman's Club. We meet 2 times a week. I have a Middleman's Club if you would like to sell stuff on the internet, selling other people's products through automations. But we'll talk about that right here on our Middleman's Club. Or if you need help with government contracting, there's a separate Middleman's Club for that we also meet 2 times a month. I think I said 2 times a week. It's 2 times a month that we meet, all right? So if you would like to be a part of both of them, we'll end up meeting 4 times a month. And this is actually cheaper than my consultation call. So I would advise you guys to get into my Middleman Club if you guys would like to talk. But if you're ready to take off, and trust yourself, get SB Money Flow, and it'll be the #1 tool that you need. But don't forget, click here, join our community. It's completely for free. It won't cost you $1. And we got some amazing individuals over here. One of them that I see is I got Courtney over here. Courtney is the admin. He will be live with you guys on Mondays at 7 p.m. So definitely show him some love when you guys do see him there. Again, you guys can find all of this stuff on TravisKnows.com so you can access it. All right. Let me see if I got any more questions that came in here. I don't think I see any more questions. Oh, here's one. I just had a guy tell me, and I quote, "We do not stock items and do not offer pricing on government solicitations," meaning that if he feels you are trying to obtain a quote, yeah, that's true. I know a lot of people that do that. So, you can't always go to the not to the government. You can't always go to these companies saying that you working with the government, and they want to do government deals too. That's why they told you I can't give you no quote for no prices, because they try to do the government work too. All right. So what you can do is just ask them for a quote for the products. They'll give you a quote for the product. You know what I'm saying? They go ahead and lock you in. The government just wouldn't rely on that one company, right? I would have some other companies in the hopper too, and make sure that the pricing that I offer the government, let's say that company was the cheapest, okay, but the other companies that I work with that wouldn't have no problem was a little higher. I'm going to make sure that I charge the government enough that if I was to land that deal, all right, if I was to land that deal in when I go back to the customer who gave me the quote with the taxes on it and I let them know, hey, I want to buy your products that you quoted me on, but hey, just FYI, I'm reselling this stuff to the government, so you need to take your taxes off. So if they got a problem with it, then you could just go to the next person in line. But for the most part, usually they don't have a problem after you catch them up like that. But in the beginning, when you tell people just straight up, I'm trying to get some products for a quote for the government, they're not going to give it to you. It is what it is sometimes. So that's the beauty of business. You don't allow that to discourage you. Instead, you go, okay, well, let me not do what I did last time again. What did you do last time? You told them that you're working for the government straight off rip. Don't say that no more. And again, it's all practice, guys. It's all practice. That's what I'm saying. I never told him I was doing it for GovCon. Okay, so I like that too. I never told him I was doing it for GovCon, just simply asked for a quote. I also tried other companies, same thing. Okay, I'm glad that you said that one. The odds are that other people have probably already contacted them as well with the same quote. Look, sometimes, depending on the products or something, you know, if you're asking for 200 hard drives, well, I mean, we kind of know that's for the government, right? Like, it can just get an idea, like, wait a minute, hold on. That's a pretty large order. Who else got that type of money, or who else would be ordering in that quantity? It's probably the government. Or again, because government contracting has become so hot on the internet and these fools keep telling people to just try anything, they may have gotten that same opportunity requesting the same amount of products from 5 other companies, and 3 of them told them that they was doing it for the government. So the other ones who didn't say, I don't even need to hear you. As soon as I see the amount of products that you want and the quote that you're looking for, I already know that's for the government because the market has already showed me what you trying to get these type of products for. So there's nothing that you could tell me. We're not even having a further conversation because I can already see. So those are things that you could do. Tricks around this. Maybe you break it up. Maybe today you ask them for 10 and then 3 days later you ask for the other 40. Now all of a sudden their mind don't have the same quote. It's just tricks, man. It's just all business and tricks. There's no right way to this. You'll learn as you go, and then you'll learn how those people operate. And then you just got to meet them where they're at. But it's hard for me to tell you, like, this is the answer moving forward. I'll just have to play the game. And you'll learn how to play the game the more and more that you do right there. All right. Hopefully that answered your question there. And once again, I'm sorry you got to go through that. But welcome to this side of the house. It gets nasty over here, baby. It gets nasty. As much as I talk government contracting and they talk about helping small businesses and minorities and whatnot, in the real business world, we talking dollars and cents right now. Don't nobody care about you. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about your veteran status, your minority status. They don't care if you about to file bankruptcy, you ain't got no pot to piss in. Don't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this contracting thing, really, it ain't too many people that's really trying to help you. So the goal is you got to be, if you want somebody to help you, you better know how you can help them. I don't think nobody just about to do no work for you. And I ain't saying that's you. I'm just saying people in general, right? Like, just don't think because you're in this government space that anybody's your friend. The SBA is your closest friend. But even myself, I'm going to throw myself in there too. Anybody doing contracts is not your friend. Because I don't give a damn if you get a contract or not either. You try to partner with me, guess what I'm going to make sure is done if we partner on an opportunity, and that's what anybody would do that's in business. I'm going to make sure that I get the upper hand. I mean, why would I do a deal and I don't get the upper hand? So the upper hand, I could make more money than you. You make money, but I'm going to make more than you. Because you need me. I don't need you. Welcome to business. Yes, again, I know I talk about this stuff on the internet, but when it comes to the actual work, right? When you're starting to do work now, it ain't no friends in this. I'll be damned. Again, we can become great partners, teaming partners. But the minute that I find out you're trying to take advantage of me, you want me to do all of the work so you can get paid, well, to hell with you. I'm not doing none of that. I'm trying to take advantage of you because I don't need you. Right? So in order for us to really have a working relationship, I have to be able to take advantage of you. And what do I mean by that? I'm not trying to rob you or anything. When I say take advantage, I want more money. And I don't want to do no extra work. That's what I mean by I want you to do the work. And what I mean by do the work, do all of the research up front. Go out there and shake the hands and kiss the babies. Know the opportunity that we're trying to go after. That's what I mean by taking advantage. Well, I ain't got to do it. You already did it all. Now I can just come talk strategy and we can knock it out. But if you asking me to do all of that, that means you're trying to take advantage of me. And that ain't going to fly. But anytime in business, I want you guys to understand this. Somebody will get taken advantage of in the deal. Even when you sign that government contract. When a contract gets signed, somebody will get taken advantage of. Either the government took advantage of you and got you at a cheaper rate that you didn't know about, or you took advantage of the government and you charged them a higher rate that they didn't get. But somebody got to get taken advantage of. We're in America. America is based off capitalism, whether you like it or not. Capitalism means somebody's getting taken advantage of. So you need to learn how to do the taking advantage. And you will learn how to take advantage if you understand value-based pricing. If you charge per hour, your ass is getting taken advantage of. This Friday, I will be in D.C. meeting a small social that Congressman will attend. Will you benefit of knowing a congressman? What would be the benefit of knowing a congressman not from your state? Great question. I like that question. Where's this thing at? There's an app. Let me pull this up. But I love that question right there. And if I can find this app, it'll help break this thing down. Is this the one? Nope. All right, so there's an app called Congress. Matter of fact, let me share my screen here. Did that pull up for me? All right, so there's this app right here called Congress, right? So the reason why you would want to know, and again, I'm answering this question for anybody, why would you want to socialize and meet other congressmen or senators or governors or mayors or politicians, period? Like, why would you want to know somebody in another state? Well, I always advise everybody, you need to go over here to your representatives and you need to know who all your representatives is. You got to know in your back door. But the kicker to this is if I click right here on this committees tab right here. Oh man, they struggling to pull the committees up. Well, every president will appoint them Congress people to be over a committee. So you meeting them and they're in another state, they could be over the energy committee and you're selling solar and things of that nature. So yes, they're not a politician in your state, but they're over the energy committee. So now what you do is you meet them because they're over the committee. Then you come back to your representatives who are local and you start to meet them because they can pick up the phone and call the other person that's in that committee. That's something that you can't do, right? So It's a whole little world that you got to understand right there. But that's absolutely why you would want to meet other players. But again, you should really know, what committees are they heading up. And when I say these committees, right, this is just where the money flows. So if the president says that they're putting $100 million towards the environment, well, who's over the environmental committee? Because they just got $100 million that they about to go to their program managers and say, okay, you got 50 million for that, you got 10 million for that, you got 6 million for that, y'all all get to spend it. Well, again, you could possibly help them out making that decision. They could possibly call you into the committee meeting so you could come explain to them how you could solve some of their problems. Or once again, maybe you hear a problem that they got and you need to go back to your representative. Why would your representative help you? Your representative would help you because you're saying, hey, representative, I have a small business that can help out that committee over there. And by me helping them out, we're going to create 300 jobs. Well, you damn right. This local representative is about to help you, because if they help you get that contract and you bring in 300 jobs, that means that they're going to tax 300 new employees. So the state's going to make a lot of money. If you're going to hire in a county, the county's going to make quite a bit of money for all of those employees. So it would behoove them, since you did all of your homework and you know exactly what you want, it would behoove them to pick up the damn phone and say, hey, we have a small business owner that we would like to do a debrief with. Or it's not a debrief. Capabilities briefing with, to explain, what it is that they can do. So again, Congress is the name of the app. I love this app right here. I mean, again, you can find your representatives on all levels very, very fast. When you do find them, you can actually click on them and get all of their phone numbers, their websites, their social media accounts as well. So I highly advise everybody to do it. And then when you really, really want to get fancy, you can come here to Goods. This is my other app that I love. What you will realize, we could come over here and click on politicians, right? So once you go meet with that politician, well, before you go meet with that politician, I would click on them and go, okay, well, this is a Democrat, right? This Democrat, here's where they get all their money from. So they're not listening to you about anything that you got to say. Instead, they're listening to these people who donate money from them. So whatever the owner of Pinterest is talking about, because Pinterest does 90% towards the Democrats. So whatever the owner of Pinterest mission is, I should start to pay attention to that, because Pinterest is one of the largest donors. And I'm just throwing this up here without researching. You could do this for the presidents too. But whoever the largest donor is going to start making determinations of how we're going to move forward for the next 4 years that the president gets in there. So these are key things to pay attention to. Now, the other kicker, so look, if I went here and I said Harris, oops. So I go Harris. Dang it. Kamala. So now I could look at her major donors. So we got Disney, Adobe, AMC Theaters. Although AMC is mainly Republican, you see they donate to both parties, right? They know how to play the game. You got Animal Kingdom, Avon, et cetera, et cetera. So I see these companies, right? Well, you could pay attention, and again, you could see that Dropbox is donating a large portion of money to the Harris campaign, and they got some bills on the floor about securing documents. And you will notice by reading and staying on Dropbox's calls for their investors that they'll tell you how they plan to move forward to solve the problem. Well, if you think, and I'm just throwing this scenario out there, I don't want you to think that it's true. If you think that they just donated $10 million to the Harris campaign, she wins, and that damn bill is on the floor and we need it passed so we could take our company to the next level because we're the only company that can secure documents in that manner, and we explained it to the government. They won. They're moving forward with putting that bill on the floor. Well, if I paid y'all all that money, you think that damn thing ain't gonna pass? So now you could say, okay, well, that bill was going to create Dropbox an extra $50 million in the next 3 months. I should invest in Dropbox instead of getting my emotions all in a bunch and my panties all in a bunch. And I can just say, well, why don't I just invest in the smart companies? And if you guys don't believe that what I'm telling you is correct, let me show you guys this. This company right here, it made me so much money. And I just been selling it and getting out, selling it and getting out. Where we at? You can see my returns on this company. Energy Transfer LP. I purchased this company when Biden was running for office because they were part of Biden's energy plan. They were helping him write all the rules that he wanted to go to the energy. The minute that he won, this stock just been shooting up 346% that it went up. I wish I would have put all of my money behind it because I'd be a quadrillionaire by now. But this is what I'm just trying to tell you. This is how I'm so good at investing in stocks and things of that nature because of things like this app. Instead of me getting my emotions involved in it, I just follow the money. And the money will take you everywhere you need to go. Again, that app is called Goods. Right here, Goods. It should have a mic in it. All right. No, I went on a tangent right there. See what happened when you ask me questions? I just go on and on and on and on. But hey, meet those Congress people. They some of the main people that can help change your life. Cool. I don't believe I have any more questions here. Definitely went 30 minutes over. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here today. We'll be back here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern going over government contracts. Once again, make sure that you are hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can get emailed every time that we go live and you don't miss out on these opportunities. Don't forget, my guy Courtney will be here on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you guys are tuning into him as well as he takes you through the experience. When you join our community, you'll see our admins, Simone and Deshanti. Make sure you guys show them some love while you're in there. And we got tons and tons of stuff inside of the community that you guys could take advantage of that Courtney's dropped out there too. So join the community, take advantage. Oh, and Vaughn, he's in the community too, dropping tons and tons of knowledge back there and making videos as well. So definitely, guys, tap in with your community members who are doing things that you want to do. It just makes life a whole lot easier for everybody. So once again, I appreciate all of you guys. Also, when you join the community, we got Friendsgiving coming up. So hopefully you guys, I think we may got 10 more spots left. So if you haven't signed up for Friendsgiving yet here in DC, make sure that you jump in the community, get registered for that Friendsgiving. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your faces here in November. It's my way to give back to my customers, my online customers. Most people don't know I don't quite make money on the internet. Yes, I charge money for things, but I'm always reinvesting the money back into softwares that can help you guys out or during events, whether it's workshops that we ain't made no money on yet or Friendsgiving, things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, yes, I want to help you guys grow. I can't sit there and baby people and pacify them along the process, but I really just need one. I need one of you guys to get it. I need one of you guys to understand it. I need just one of you guys to become a multimillionaire. And then when you get there, we'll combine forces. And I already know that you got your stuff together. I already know that you get it, that you understand it because you were able to produce without crying. And when you get to that level, again, we're going to take things to another level. Nike, hush up, boy. Come here. All right, guys, that's all I got for you all. I love you all. I hope that y'all have an amazing night. Don't forget, when the music goes off, this will go off. I'll talk with you guys later.
It's just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same.